Hey yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting on a new build series, and this build series will be building the Boeing 747. It's not specifically modeled after anything. It's not going to be exact recreation one for one. It is going to be the same shape and size as the Boeing 747-800. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So guys, in a build series I did a while back, I actually built a Boeing 747 already. It was this one right here. My build style has changed significantly since then, and my skill in building has changed a lot. There's a lot of things that I don't like about this that could be changed significantly, but we're going to go ahead and get started with it. So, we're going to actually go ahead and start at Harrison Air Base. So let me just go ahead and remove this mission really quick. There we go. So let's go ahead and teleport to Harrison Air Base, which is right over here. So let's just teleport right next to the hangar, just like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to the workbench. So I am going to start with a preset that I made, which I will show you guys on, well actually I will link it down in the description if you guys want to check it out, but it's basically a fuselage preset, which I built from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it really quickly. So it is, hold on, let me go ahead and type in 23 because it's 23 blocks in diameter. It is right here. This is the actual nose. So I'm going to go ahead and grab several other parts, which will be the main section of it. Well, not the main section, but the two-story section. The converter to the one-story section. And then there's going to be one more section, which is 23 blocks across, but it's one block taller than the other one, so I just got to change this really quick, which I will just by using the select tool. So let me go ahead and select all this. Let me shave away these really quickly. Okay, let me cut it and let me move it down a block, down to right here. Let me paste it, let me merge it. There we go. Okay, then we have our tail that we still need to do, which is right here. So let me just go ahead and move it to right here. Okay, this is basically the main body that we have to start with. So I already built this a while back, not on camera, but we're gonna go ahead and start with this. So the Boeing 747-800 is exactly, I think, 76 meters, I think. So we'll go with that length. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the center block, which is not right here, but it's around here. We go back. We're gonna go back 36. Actually, yeah, 36.5 blocks, or sorry, meters. So way back to here. Right here, 36.5. Oh, that didn't place. But we'll just go ahead and build a scale to the side. Let me turn it off world view. So let's go back 36.5. All the way. Oh, we just passed it. So 36.5 is back here. Oh, that was 35. Whoops, I need to build 6 blocks further back. So this is 36. I believe that's 36.5 from there. Okay, I'm going to delete this block and place this. So it's 36.5 forward to right here, I believe. So this is going to be the length of our fuselage. So let me exit the microcontroller. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to go ahead and grab the front, just like this. I'm going to select all of it really quickly, and I'm going to grab that as well as this. I'm going to cut it, move it forward to right here. Okay, then I'm going to grab the back, and I'm going to select all of it really quickly, just like this. Okay, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to move it all the way to the very back. So it's going to be about to right here. There we go. Paste it, and there we go. So we go ahead and look up a picture of the center for sound really quick. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the front section. So we're going to go ahead and select all of this. Actually, we need to move this back a block, just like this. So let's go ahead and select all of it really quickly, just like that. And let's move it back a block, just like that. Well, it's actually back 2 blocks, but you get the point. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut, well, resize the grid to be all the way back to here. We're going to cut it, and we're going to move it to, I think we're going to go with right here. That looks like a good distance. So we're going to go ahead and grab this front section, just like this. Let's go ahead and grab all of it, just like that. And we're going to start pasting it forward, just like this. And forward just one more block, just like this. So it lines up perfectly. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and merge the sections, just like that. Okay, now go ahead and grab this rear section. And we're going to go ahead and select it all just like this. Okay, let's go ahead and select forward. Alright, let's go ahead and cut it. And from here on back, we're just going to simply paste it just like this. So this will be the rear of the fuselage on the Boeing 747. And yeah, we're just going to go simply paste it back, all the way back. So we have a couple more sections. I think after this, it's part of one section. Oh my gosh, that fits perfectly. That's great. Okay, I think it might be a little bit smaller, the fuselage preset I made, but that's alright. We can work with that. Let me double check actually, because I think it's slightly bigger, but we could just make it slightly smaller, I guess. So let me check the fuselage height. Okay, so I just checked. This is not the same dimensions, but that's alright. We'll just make a slightly mini version of it. So what we could do is we just go ahead and cut out a significant section of this. So we're going to go ahead cut till about right here, and we're just going to simply cut it out. So let's go ahead cut it, and we'll clear content. Now we'll go ahead and grab this back section, and we'll just go ahead and drag it forward a bit. So let's go ahead and grab this, and then right here, go ahead cut it, and we'll paste it forward once the lag spike's gone. Oh, we missed a section, so let's clear content, Control Z, and then cut. Okay, there we go. Now let's go ahead and move it forward. I think we're going to move it forward a little bit further. So we'll move it to about right here. Okay, so we need to move forward by a block. And there we go. That's perfect. All right, there we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and delete this measurement on the side, just like that. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and build the vertical stabilizer. I'm going to jump to that quickly, and then we'll build the wings in the next episode. Wings do take a while, so we'll do that in the next episode, like I said. So for the vertical stabilizer, we're going to simply grab a 1x4 block, and we'll just drag it up to about right here. I'll say that's maybe a little bit tall, so we'll drag it down a couple blocks. Well, delete down, I meant. Okay, we're going to go drag this forward to about right here. Let's delete this. Okay, we'll place a 1x1 row down to about right here. And then at the very bottom, the very last couple blocks, we'll grab a 1x2 slant. And we'll just simply drag this to here, just like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and fill this in. So let's go ahead and simply place these here. And there we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and place these along here, all the way up to the top, just like this. Okay, let's actually go down a couple more. So that it goes all the way. We could have just drug it up, but that I guess would have added a couple blocks, and maybe it would have gotten in the future, or gotten in the way in the future, I should say. Okay, so now we have our vertical stabilizer. I think I'm going to, I don't know, I think I'll leave it as is. Maybe I'll delete the top 4 blocks and see how that looks, but it looks a little tall. Okay, so now let's go ahead, drag this back, this section back. So I feel like it's a bit long at this point now, so let's go ahead, delete part of it. So we'll just delete to there. We'll delete these. And I think that'll work, so we'll go with this. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill this in, just like this. And we'll simply just drag it down to right here. Wait, never mind, we're not going to drag it to here, we're going to actually add control fins. So at the top of every 1x4 block, we'll just place a simple block here, just like this. Okay, we'll just go ahead and do that all the way down to the last one. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab a control surface. This one right here, the fin rudder, and we'll just simply place it right here. We might have to invert this, this might be facing the wrong way, but for now, we'll leave it like this. So let's go ahead and place it on the end all the way back, just like this, and there we go. Okay, so that looks to be about right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to simply, well, what we're going to do is we're going to simply start on the wing section, but we're not going to build we're not going to build the wings itself. So from about right here to about here, this is a bit long. Yeah, we'll go ahead and delete from here to here. I'm going to delete that, and we'll delete this, and we'll just delete this intersection, just like this. So we're going to go ahead and delete this all the way across, just like that. Okay, just deleting the extra blocks so that we don't have to delete them later on. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. Okay, we'll just go ahead and drag this up to here. We're going to delete that, and we're going to do the same right here, just like that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and place these along here to sort of shape out a flat side for us to place the actual parts on, well, the actual wing on. So let's go ahead and place this along here, just like that. And we'll go, I think we'll go down one more section. So let's actually place a 1x4 pyramid right here really quickly. And we're just going to place this right here. So let's just place that here. And this will go right here. But we're also going to place this along here for, I don't know, for no reason. But it's just going to add more space for the landing gear and other things, I guess. So we'll just leave this as that. And then all we have to do is place this here. Okay. Next thing what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and copy this. Or select that. We're going to turn it around. Just like this. And we're going to paste it. But you may be thinking, that's a little bit small of an area. That's exactly right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, go back. About right here, we're going to cut this. Or we're going to move it back until the section that we copied, which is, well, this regular section is lined up with this, and we'll just paste it right here. Let's see if it looks regular. I think it's still looking a little bit short, so we're going to go ahead, grab it, we're going to cut it, we're going to move it a little bit further back, just to about right here, and this front section will actually move forward. So let's go ahead and grab this and this as well as this all the way up to here, and we'll go ahead and move this forward a bit. Alright, there we go. So now let's go ahead and merge it. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in this area right here, just like this. And there we go. Let's go ahead and drag a 1x1 wedge across to here. One more time. And then we'll grab a 1x2 wedge and we'll just place it along right here. And there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and fill this area in, just like that. There we go. Now let's go ahead and fill this floor in that we removed, since there was a floor there. Now there's not. Now there is again. Okay, so all these seats we're actually going to go ahead and remove and change for a different type of seat, because these seats use doors, and one block of a door is equivalent to 5 blocks in mass, which is ridiculously heavy. So we're going to change the seating to a different type of seat, which is lighter. But for some reason there's random holes along here, so we'll just fill that in. Okay, now this top floor we're going to have to remove as well, so let's go ahead and grab this, just like this. Okay, we'll select this right here, and we'll go all the way back to here, and then we'll just simply cut it and remove it. Alright, there we go. Now, we'll go ahead and fill this in for the cockpit when we do get to building the cockpit. And now, we'll just go ahead and... Actually, you know what? I think we'll make this a little bit longer of an episode, so I can actually build the wings. So let's build the wings. So this has a length of, let's see, I think it's closer to 60 meters, somewhere around there. So I think it is, yeah, 61 meters. I was pretty close. So let's go ahead and press Control Z, and we're going to have this have a wingspan of 60 meters. So the fuselage is 5.75 meters across. So with that, we'll have to build out about 30 meters, but minus 2.5, which 2.5 is half of 5, because if you split the fuselage in half, it'll only go across 2.5 exactly. So minus the 5 from the 60 will be 25 on each end. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and build out 25 meters. So this is 25 meters right here. Right here. There's some weird bug in my room that keeps flying around my eyes. Sorry if I keep pausing. That would be the reason why. So now that we have our end marker for how wide the wings will be, let's go ahead and just mark it just like this. So it's not going to be in the way, but it's not going to be out of the way. So now we'll just simply drag it all the way to here, which will be about, we'll just drag a little ways past it, and we'll drag this along here, and we'll cut it off here. So, oops, it didn't cut. We'll delete. Okay. Now that that's deleted, we'll just delete a bit of this, and we will go ahead and go back about, I would say, 5 blocks to about right here, 5-6 blocks. Okay, we'll drag out 3 blocks, so this is 4 blocks, and we'll go ahead and place our 1x4 blocks wedges just out here, and we'll just drag this to line up with about right here. And then from right here, what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and delete this, and we'll just simply drag this out to here. Actually, we could go 1 more block, so let's go ahead. We should go 1 more block forward, just like that. So this, I think, will be big enough wings. I think they look a little small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drag out a little bit further. Let me go ahead and delete this right here. Let me just change this so it's like this. So we'll drag out to about right here. Okay, we'll delete this. And then we'll grab these wedges right here. And we'll just simply, well, move them forward, well, like that. So we'll delete this tip. I think these are looking a little small in the end, but it's fine. It'll work. So let's go ahead and delete this a bit. And there we go. Now, time to start on the wings. Here comes the fun part. Now that we got the shape, we're going to simply just delete along here for the purpose of saving on weight. So we're going to try and make this as least laggy as possible. So I'm going to try and make it so it's friendlier to the people with computers that aren't as strong. So we're going to go ahead and delete these row of wedges just like this all the way across. So let me actually turn my volume slightly down just in case it's bugging anyone out there. I don't think you guys can hear it. It looks like on my soundbar or my recording tab, but it should be fine. So we'll just simply just delete this. So let's delete all the way along like this. Okay, let's go ahead and delete, let's delete this, and there we go. So this will be the frame of our actual wing. We're gonna go ahead and delete those extra blocks, and we're going to go ahead, copy it, and paste it to about the same height as the furthest point down on our wings to as high as the furthest point up. So the furthest point up will be about the height of the windows. That'll be how high the wings will go. Actually, let's go ahead and go up a block. So this is going to be how high the wings are going to be. So let's go ahead and merge all this. Okay. Just like this. And what I like to do is I like to delete so that the highest part of the wings are no higher than the floor. So we can actually build emergency exits if we do need to. So now what we're going to do from here is we're going to grab a 2x4 pyramid, and we'll just simply drag it out to here. This will mark every 4 blocks. So actually these are not lined up. So what we'll do is we're actually going to line these up. So we're going to delete these sets of wedges just like that, and we're going to select this. I always like to do mirror mode off for when I build wings, because when I mess something up, I don't have to cut and paste both sides. I only need to cut and paste one side. So what we're going to do is we're just going to simply cut and paste all this until we get to the furthest point. So let's go ahead and cut and paste this area just like this, and then I think we have 1 or 2 more times. Yeah, last time to cut. So we're just going to simply cut this over, and now we'll fix this because we missed this. So we'll just simply cut this over just like that. Alright, there we go. So we'll merge this with this, and this needs to be merged with that. So we'll actually place connectors really quickly so we can merge everything just like this. And there we go. So Oh, whoops, missed something. There we go. Now we got it. So we'll just simply delete these end caps, just like that. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We get to mark every 8 blocks, which will be every 2 of these. Those 2 times, actually, I think it's 4. It'd be 4 for this. So every, I guess it'd be 16 blocks, we'd go up a level or down a level on the layer of wings. So let's go ahead and mark every 16 blocks, just like this. So we'll just mark this right here. Okay, this will be 3, this will be 4, and this is where we mark. Okay, so we'll just go along the line just like this, marking every single 16 blocks. So we have, I believe this would be the last one. And yes, we end perfectly with a even amount of them, I think. So what we're going to do actually really quickly is we're just going to delete this because we don't need it at the moment. And neither do we need this, but that's okay. We'll just delete it. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and level this up with the floor level, which will be here. And we'll just delete this. So we're going to go ahead and go up every 2 blocks. This will be up every 2 blocks in height for every layer. So we'll just go ahead and cut it off right here. So this will be the highest point, so we can go ahead and delete all the way across right here. This is all excess that we don't need, so we'll just simply go ahead and delete along like this. These blocks, we do not need them, so we'll go ahead and delete them. Okay, so there we go. That works. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and every single layer, we're going to delete the bottom layer, if that makes sense. So every single time there's a mark, we'll delete, just like this. So the top was every 2, and the bottom is every 1. So we get angle towards the top, which would be a point, which, there we go. So we got a 3 block thick point. So what I think I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go back layer just like this. So I'm going to even it out. So every 2 blocks we're going to delete a layer. So since this top layer is actually slightly off, so it goes 1 2 2 2 2, we're going to actually even it. So it's 2 2 2 2 1, so that the end comes to a point. And there we go. So that did make it a little bit thinner. Okay, so this will be the thickest part of the wings. This will be the wings right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to simply delete these just like this, so that they're all 1 block thick except the connecting. So we're going to simply delete along here, just like this, so that they're all down to 1 layer except the connecting one. So let's just delete this, as well as this, and this. So we'll delete that, and here as well as here, and I guess here since this is 2 blocks. And there we go. There we have it. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to place 1 block every time there's a change in surface, but the block below. So like right here would be a change in surface. Well, sorry, 1 block from every down step or up step. So there would be 1 here, since there's 1 from here and 1 from here if the wing continued. But there's not going to be 1 there for it because the wing's not continuing past that. So we'd have 1 here, as well as here, and here, and here. And for here, we'd have 1 here, but not here, since there's no up step. So we're going to place it here and here, as well as here and here. And yeah, that's about it. Actually, we need 1 here and here, since it's the start. So the reason that we do that is we delete this whole layer, then we grab a 2x4 pyramid, and we simply drag it along to here. So you don't want to place the last one. You don't want to place one right here. I'll get to that in a second, but the reason is actually because the way we merge it. So we're going to go ahead and delete along to here, and replace those with these 2x4 pyramids. Oh, we missed a block, so let's simply fix this. There we go. Okay, then this next layer we'll delete, and then we will replace. So we'll drag it to here. This final layer we'll just drag to here. Okay, and there we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom. So actually, yeah, we're going to do the bottom really quickly. So let's go ahead and delete all this and place this all the way to the line to right here. Then we'll do the next layer just like this, and then the next layer just like this, as well as the next layer just like this, and this layer we'll delete this and place this along right here. And then this right here, we'll delete that and place this along right here. So this will be dragged from here to here. There we go. Now we're going to connect the transition blocks. So we're going to fill these in just like this. Actually, not the bottom, just the top. So we're going to fill them in just like this with just a couple of blocks. You can do these with wedges to save on weight, but we're going to do it with blocks for now. So we'll just simply place it along right here and this bottom block. So we'll just delete this. Oh, sorry, place those and then place these here. And there we go. So now what we're going to do from there is we're going to grab a 2x4 pyramid and we'll simply place it on the connecting ones of these. So this will be our transition block. So we'll go ahead and do the same over here as well as here. Now, here comes the real fun part. So this whole thing is going to be evened out into different layers. So how we're going to do this is we're going to drag along to right here, and we'll grab a 2x4 pyramid, and we'll just simply place it along to right here, and then we'll connect this with a 1x4 wedge, just like that. So the point of doing this is to add a leading edge so that the front of the wing is thicker and the back of the wing is thinner. So that way, if you do that, it actually, oh, that's how a lift is created, because lift is generated when one side travels to the other. It's an interesting mechanism. So how we're going to do it is we're just going to simply just use these wedges until we feel like changing to the next wedge if we have enough room. So we'll just simply make it smooth just like this. So we're going to do the next layer now. So for these actually connecting, we're going to use a 1x4 wedge, and we'll just simply place it here, and that's fine for now. So now we'll drag this to the ledge, and then we'll grab this pyramid right here, and we'll drag it to about, let's say right here. This probably is a good distance. So we'll just simply drag this. Oh, actually no, we have a connector way over there, so we'll have to actually continue this for a little bit longer until it seems reasonable to use the next wedge. So right here, I'm going to guess from right here will be the next transition. So we'll just simply drag this to here. Actually, you know what? We could go back another block and try this. That'll work. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the next layer now. So let's go ahead and drag this to the ledge right here. Go on to the next wedge. So we'll just simply place this along here. This one doesn't need to go as far back, but what we're going to do for this is we're going to curve it in an interesting way. We're going to curve it back, and then right here we're going to curve it back to a less steep wedge, and just like that. So we're going to actually move it back a couple blocks because I feel like it's a little bit close to the front. Maybe we'll just, I think we'll leave it like that for now. So now let's go to the next layer. So we'll just simply drag this to here. Then this right here we'll drag to about right here, so one step further. Okay, we'll place one of these just like this. Then we'll go ahead and drag this back to right there. Okay, now we're going to do the same over here. Okay, we'll just drag it to there, and then from this, we can actually just drag it all the way straight back. And then right here, we'll move on to the next layer, and we'll just go a little ways back for this, and we'll just simply drag it to there. Okay, so this did end a little bit close. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete this layer and restart on this layer. So I'm going to simply drag it here. Then I will use the next row of pyramids, which will be the 2x4, just to about right here. And then right here, we'll transition to these pyramids to about right here. Actually, we could drag these directly across and then change it to a different wedge, just like this. Okay, so that is our wing. Now we actually got to finish our wing. So we're going to start filling in. So let's go ahead and place this here. And then right here, we'll just place these along right here to fill these in. Just like that. Okay. Actually, you know what? I forgot to do this last layer. So let me go ahead and leave 4 blocks here, which we could actually turn into a different wedge. And we'll just simply drag it to right here. To right here, I said. Okay, and that'll be our last layer. So let me grab this wedge right here and just place it there. Okay, so now, actually, you know what? We can just leave this last wedge as a different one just to give it less steep of an angle. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the bottom really quickly. So the bottom isn't really as complicated. We'll just simply drag these across just to right here. We'll delete this last one, and we'll leave it as that. So let's grab the next layer, and we'll simply drag it to here. We'll place or delete that. We'll drag this across. We'll delete this. We'll drag this across. We'll delete this. We'll do the same right here, and as well as here. So we'll just delete that. Okay. So that is it for it. Actually, we need to do one more really quickly. So right here, we'll just leave this last one as this wedge. So now this next part is to personal touch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these in with regular wedges. These wedges right here. And I'm just going to simply fill in all the surfaces that don't need to be there. Oh, actually, you know what? These I have to fill in with regular blocks. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it in just all the way along. All the surfaces are going to be filled in, so it's a closed surface. So it's just basically one big wing that's that there's no interior to. Well, that there is a big interior to. So I'll just do the bottom surface, for example. So I'm just going to simply fill this in just like this. And in the future, if I do want to, I could use this entire thing as a wing itself. Why did I say wing? Sorry, I meant to say fuel tank. That makes more sense. This could be used as a fuel tank itself, so it is a wing. Just to clarify this is a wing. It's not. Yeah. So we're just going to simply fill this in now. So we're just going to simply fill across just like this, and we're just going to fill in all the holes and yeah, all the holes that don't need to be here. So I'll do this layer really quickly. So there's a lot of layers to this, and in the end, in my personal opinion, I think it looks really great. I like it personally, and I'm going to use a strategy to figure out a new strategy to make a better wing, but at the moment, I like this. It works great. So yeah, so I'm going to actually fill these in really quickly, and then I'll be back with you guys. Okay, there we go, guys. Now I finished the wing. I think it looks really great. I like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to simply copy and paste it to the other side. So we're just going to simply copy it. We'll select all of it first. That's important. So I think that's all we have. So let's go ahead and copy it. We're going to invert it. So we'll press U after we drag it, and we'll just simply paste it in right here. There we go. So we have our wings. They are slightly far forward, but that's all right. We'll fix that next episode. So let's go ahead and delete this, and let's go ahead and replace the color red that's on the wings, just like that. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so I'm going to save this as Boeing 747. Oh, it's not 757, it's 747 small, because it is the smaller version. And we'll just simply save it, and let's see if it's clear of the hanger. No, it's not, so let's move it forward. Okay, we'll spawn it really quickly. And we'll just go ahead and end the episode here, I suppose. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. It'll be linked down below. And while you're at it, you might as well turn on notifications so you're notified every single time I upload. So with that said, I will see you guys next time. So, bye for now.